I met Elena at a bookstore, reaching for the same worn-out copy of a thriller novel, and I convinced myself it was fate when our fingers touched and she smiled, like she already knew me. But 3 months into our perfect relationship, I started noticing strange things. She would finish my sentences before I spoke. She knew my coffee order without asking, and she once corrected me about a memory from my childhood that I'd never told her. And when I jokingly asked if she was psychic, her face went pale and she changed the subject, which only made me more curious. So I started watching her more closely, and one night when she fell asleep on my couch, I couldn't resist the temptation to check her phone, and what I found made my blood run cold. A folder labeled with my name, filled with photos of me dating back years before we met, my medical records, my work schedule, and a document titled Operation Guardian Angel that detailed every single aspect of my life. And my hands were shaking when I woke her up and demanded an explanation. And Elena sat up slowly, her eyes filled with tears but her voice steady as she said, "You're going to think I'm crazy. But I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your protection detail. And the man you think is your best friend, David, he's the one who hired me because he's planning to kill you." And I laughed in disbelief because David had been my friend since college. But then she showed me a video on her phone of David meeting with a hitman, discussing my daily routine. And she said, "I was sent to get close to you, to keep you safe, but I actually fell in love with you. And now I've compromised the mission, which means we're both in danger." And just as she finished speaking, my phone buzzed with a text from David that said, "Hey man, let's grab a drink tonight. Just you and me." And Elena grabbed my wrist and whispered, "Don't go. He knows you're getting closer to the truth. And if you walk out that door, I can't protect you anymore." And I was trapped between the friend I trusted with my life and the woman who had been lying to me since day one but was now the only person who could save me, and the suspense wasn't in who was telling the truth, but in the terrifying realization that I had no idea who I was anymore, because everything I believed about my life was a carefully constructed lie, and the only thing I knew for certain was that I was falling in love with a stranger who had been assigned to watch me die.